What do you miss the most about the pre-pandemic world? Innocent coughs. I literally cannot cough in the comfort of my own bedroom without my flatmate cautiously asking if I'm feeling okay the next time I go into the kitchen. I've nearly choked in trying to hold back perfectly innocuous coughs. I sometimes pause to laugh at the absurdity of it. Hugs. Big one for me. I miss hugs. Spontaneity, being able to just up and decide let's go out to eat or let's go shopping at, etc. Now you have to see if the place you want to go is open for indoor dining/shopping. Are they at social distancing capacity when you get there? Etc. The wait times seem longer too, and they may very well be since the capacities are cut. Being able to get groceries at 3 a.m. At the very start of the pandemic, I relied on getting groceries between 1 to 3 a.m. because the stores would be totally empty and I wouldn't have to worry about getting infected from a crowd. Music festivals. I had so many good concerts lined up for 2020. Now that I think about it, I never got a cent back for any of the tickets I bought. 2 4-H open stores and fast food restaurants. Before COVID, sometimes I would go to Walmart at 5 a.m. to get my big weekly grocery shopping done. It was great. Not anymore. I don't know why cramming more people into fewer hours helps to stop the spread. Being able to meet up with friends. Hanging out in big groups. Nights out. Busy town centers. Socializing and busyness. Basically. Community events like street fairs. Markets. Street food. Music festivals. Craft fairs. Things that bring people together momentarily but in a way that nothing else can. Shared human experiences beyond consuming media. All of the arts-related stuff like concerts, street performers, movies, comedy shows. I also miss the idea of just non-risky outings into various communities. Normal social contacts. Home office can be a blessing, and it has made a lot of my colleagues and myself a lot more productive both at work and at home. But everything work-related is super distanced now. You can't just spontaneously ask somebody to take a look at a problem or goof around for a few minutes. Zoom meetings are okay, but they're super focused. We also had great house and garden cooking/dinner parties with friends and their kids. And as awesome uncle and aunt, we often babysat a whole bunch of kids on weekends, teaching them archery, gardening, some survival skills, a bit of crafting, basically real-life Minecraft. Now if you see a party depicted in a movie, it feels like that was another life. I gotta admit, if I was single and had no house with a big garden and pets, I'd be absolutely fbeeped. If you see a party depicted in a movie, it feels like that was another life. I've caught myself reacting to crowd scenes in movies, thinking, why aren't any of them masked? Have to remember that the world existed before. My grandma and granddad. I miss them so much. For my whole life I've never gone more than 10 days without seeing them. And now it's been a year. It's like they've suddenly turned into old people. And I never saw them that way. I just hope they can get vaccinated soon so I can see them again. Same. My grandma recently had a stroke and can no longer answer the phone. I haven't seen any of my family in person for over a year now since we live far away. I miss them so much but keep telling myself, next Christmas, we'll get there. I miss being able to see people in general. It's weird going anywhere and seeing emptiness. What I'm gonna miss about pandemic is the lack of traffic. Not here. Sometimes I think we are the only ones staying inside. We tried to order takeout on Valentine's Day and the restaurant said they were much too busy with in-person dining to make any takeout. My pre-pandemic weight. Getting a break from kids. Oh man. Yes. I had really rocked out in 2019 and early 2020. Lost 27 pounds by going to yoga classes 3 times a week and eating clean. Then the world ended and it seemed like why bother? And I gained it all back plus some. Trying to get motivated to try again. So hard. Also adore my 8-year-old but too much togetherness is too much. Going to school. I'm slowly dying in my bedroom right now and defined. Sending hugs to all of you who are experiencing something similar. It's tough but we can make it through this. I was finally assimilating in my college and was talking to a few people in my different classes. I have severe social anxiety. So it was big step for me. Was also really paying attention in all of my classes and overall doing well, which I can't say for previous semesters. Halfway through the spring semester they switched everything to online classes and pretty much 100% of that progress was deleted. Social anxiety then got much worse. Is a little bit better now. And I failed every class I took last semester and am not attending this semester. Great year 2020 was. I really miss going to bars. I never thought I was a big bar guy. But after not stepping foot in a bar for over a year, I really miss everything associated with the scene. I love people watching. Especially in crowded bars. There's something so atmospheric about it. Traveling. My wife and I love to go to Europe for vacation. Had to cancel this year's trip. We're hoping to reschedule for next year. I keep googling when post-COVID travel will happen and I need to stop, haha. Beings able to cough without everyone running away from me. Like bro. I'm choking on my saliva. If you're running then you better be running to get me some water. My climbing gym. Music festivals and rave. Sitting in coffee shops while reading a sipping coffee. Also. The smell of places like bookstores and bakeries. I miss going to the movie theater and being excited. There's nothing like being in the midst of a crowd for a big movie release. Or being almost alone during a showing of a movie that just hits you hard when you see it on the big screen. I haven't been to a movie in over a year. Going to the movie theaters every week. Or house/garage shows. I used to see 2 to 3 movies a month pre-COVID. Cannot wait until it's safe to go again. Waking up with a sore throat and not thinking that I'm going to die in the next few days. My mental health. Being with people. I hated it at the time but now I really miss it. Not being paranoid about everything I touch/not being scared of people coming near me. Yep. I've been playing the game Everything is Lava since March of last year. College campus. Same. Last year was my first year in college so I was only starting to get to know life at school. I was just starting to make friends and get to know people. I could go to the student union and watch a free movie. Or play pool. Or just hang out. I could go to the library and get help if I need it. I was finally off on my own and everything felt so free. Now I go to campus once every 2 weeks. I don't know my neighbors because they never come out. My friends from last year don't answer. The student union is basically functionless. The library is only open if you absolutely need it. I feel like I'm stuck in a box. A good waffle. Going to the movies. I've got a dining theater near me that has reclining seats and like just got Dolby Atmos. The last movie I saw there was Endgame, I think. Over a year and a half ago. I was gonna go see the Sonic movie before the lockdown with a friend. But I was sick right before it so I couldn't go. I never knew how much I could miss just sitting in a theater. I'd take that time during Thor Ragnarok where that kid kept talking over this. At least having the hope of meeting someone to date. Oh, and the smiles. I miss seeing everyone smile. From the stranger on the street to my friends. Drinking with friends from the same bottle while camping. Going to the store. Which is funny because I hate going to the store. But when I was on maternity leave with my daughter, we'd go just to get out of the house a few times a week. My son is 10 months old and he's been in a store 6 times maybe. Also, eating in restaurants with family. We'd normally rotate my parents and my in-laws every other Friday. Haven't seen my in-laws in person since Halloween. And it was socially distanced for 6 months before that.